In this video, I'm going to be going over my top tips for creating, implementing, and maintaining daily disciplines that will help bring you closer to the person you always wanted to be. What's going on, guys? If you're new here, my name is Aaron. I've been a business owner for the last decade. In that time, I've really struggled with discipline. I've gone through long periods of no motivation, laziness, and periods of high action and getting stuff done. For me, it doesn't matter if it's in my business or my personal life, I have kind of been struggling with it here and there. Lately, I made an effort on building key habits and routines that are pushing me towards the best version of myself. And in this video today, I'm going to share what's been working with me. Okay, so the first step on creating daily disciplines is always going to be the purpose. Why are you doing this? This is going to be your North Star. Nothing really matters unless you pick the reason why. If you are trying to become someone who is very active, why are you trying to be active, right? If you want to be someone who's successful in business, what is the purpose behind it? This is an uncomfortable question sometimes. Sometimes you really have to peel back the layers and find out exactly why you are wanting to do something, because a reason for being is not going to be something like, oh, I want to look good, or I want my dad and mom to be proud of me. Like these are good reasons, but they're not the reason. The next thing with creating is going to be to start small. When you are looking at the different options for creating daily disciplines, you don't want to pick something that's super tough to do each day, every day. Like, I want to go for an hour run every day. That's not going to happen. You're going to do it once, maybe twice, or at least that's me. I'm not going to do it more than once, probably. I won't even do it, let's be honest. But starting small is actually really important, and there's a reason why. It's because you should make the barrier of entry to this daily discipline super simple. If you want to be active, if your purpose is, I want to become a very active and athletic person so that I can live a long and healthy life, maybe that's your purpose. If that's still the case, I wouldn't suggest doing something crazy like I'm going to be in the gym an hour and a half every day. I would start with, I'm going to be active 15 minutes every day. Something that's really low, something small and simple that you can hit every day so that you can keep that habit building. You can always modify it as you go. You might work out longer than 15 minutes every day. Don't get me wrong. You probably will. That's the purpose though, is so that on the days that you really don't feel like doing it, you'll be able to just hit the milestone, check the box, and get it on for the next day. And that's going to be what's really important to keep that momentum going. The third thing when it comes to creating disciplines, making sure it is pushing you towards the person you want to be. If you are trying to be someone who is active, as an example, you obviously don't want to make the daily discipline, check your bank account every day. Check your bank account every day is a great discipline to do if you're trying to be financially literate. Your reason for being, your why, you want to make sure that's clear. Then you want to make sure that daily disciplines are an effort to pursue that purpose and make them small, make them achievable. Adopting or implementing the daily disciplines. Now for this, you want to make it daily. You can experiment in the future with weekly disciplines. I have one around the weekly review with getting things done. This has served me quite a bit. I'll talk more about that later. But for me, it's always going to be daily because you want that to be repeatable as much as possible. In May of 2022, during the height of my business, the busiest season, I was really all over the place, right? I had 30 or so employees I had to deal with. I had clients that were getting their windows cleaned. I had cars breaking down, people calling me. So much stuff was going on, and I had to build a daily discipline in order to make sure that I'm hitting my goals. So one of the biggest goals that I had at that time of the season is going to be always around my revenue, right? How are my salespeople performing? And so the daily discipline that I chose to adopt was just check my employees' results every day. That was really good because that gave me a look at every single day and how people were performing. And as soon as someone wasn't performing well, I can step in, see if I can help in any way and make sure they're back on track. But it also did something else to me. So what I did was because I was checking it every day, I ended up actually posting the results to the group chat of my business. And all my employees started getting really motivated with seeing their name like on the list, right? Seeing how much the sales are doing compared to others. So it became kind of this like competitive nature within my business that people were trying to try to outdo each other with who can get the most sales, who can get the most estimates. So that one habit of me just actually posting, checking, and maintaining that discipline led to one of the record highs in terms of sales. So for me, that period of time was the most sales I've ever done in my window cleaning business because I was doing that daily discipline. It took me 2 minutes every day. It was crazy. Next thing from implementing it is you're going to want to make sure you do it for at least 3 weeks minimum or until it gets super boring. One or the other, honestly, whichever comes second. You want this to be a sustainable discipline that you can carry on. If you start with like 3 or 4, you're going to burn out. It's not going to work out. Just start with 1, Do it until you're at least super boring or it's 3 weeks later, then add another one. You can modify them slightly, but you just want to make sure that you are not adding on too many too early. Just start with one and then keep with it for as long as possible, and then add more as you go. The third thing for implementing it is actually just a small tip, which is just make it fun. You know, this is something that's supposed to serve you, supposed to help you become the person you always want to be, the best version of yourself. If you're not having fun, if you're dreading doing this daily discipline every day, maybe take a look as to like what it is. It might be just too big, but make it smaller, make it more achievable for the days that aren't fun and you don't want to actually do it. You can still check the box. So make it enjoyable, make it fun, connect it with something that you're going to do or you're going to want to do. If there's something that you like doing, maybe you really enjoy watching an episode of The Office before bed.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Wait.
Everybody calm down.
Don't reward yourself with The Office until you've at least accomplished your daily discipline, something like that. And then 3, this is going to be maintaining it. So how do you maintain the daily discipline? So I have 3 things here I want to say for that. The first one is write them down. If you don't write them down, you can't keep track of them. Don't keep things in your head. Your head is not for storing things, it is for creating them. Writing them down at least helps you determine exactly what daily discipline you're doing, exactly what the purpose is, how many times in a row have you done it. That's the best thing, is to make sure that it's written down somewhere so that you can review it and you can add to it as you go. The next thing I actually got from the book Atomic Habits, missing one day is an accident, missing 2 days is a new habit. Stick to it, do as many times as you can, every day in a row that you can. If you miss one day, not the end of the world, pick it back up the next day. Mistakes happen, but please do not, whatever you do not miss 2 days in a row. Now, next tip for maintaining is going to be the best one, which is the accountability partner. In my opinion, doing it alone, it's noble, but it is the harder path. Find someone that's close to you, friend, family, relative, spouse, partner, whoever it is, someone who is at least gonna keep you accountable. They don't have to do it with you. They don't even have to pick a discipline themselves. I mean, I encourage them to do that for sure, don't get me wrong. As long as you can have someone that you can talk to on a regular basis about doing the daily disciplines and how it's serving you, and how maybe you're modifying it, and which ones you wanna add as soon as they become boring or it's been 3 weeks, right? If you have someone that you can bounce back ideas with, talk about it with, it's gonna stick a lot better. And honestly, if you know someone in your life that you think could really benefit from adopting a daily discipline, send them this video. Have them pick a daily discipline to start with you, and then you both can actually move closer to the person you want to be together. If you really got value from this video, please sure to like it. If you're interested in building daily disciplines, the best one that I've ever made is actually the Getting Things Done weekly review. I'll have a video that you can check out right here. Take a look at that video, see if that's helpful for you. If you enjoyed this video, I think you really like this one. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy your day.